Okay, this video is about right triangles and right triangle similarity. So let's look at question number one. State if the three side lengths form an acute obtuse or right triangle. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a square plus b square, and I don't know if they're equal or what. C square. Now what you need to know is this have to be the legs. And this has to be the hypotenuse. There is no drawing, so I cannot look at a drawing and say what it is, but we have to remember the hypotenuse is the biggest, the longest length. Okay, so the biggest number is this one, so that's probably the hypotenuse. Because I don't know the square root of 15, but I know the square root of, let's say, 16. And this is 4. So this will be slightly larger than 4, it'll be 4 point something. Square root of 5, I don't know square root of 5, but I know the square root of 4, and this will be 2. So the biggest number is 5, so 5 goes here. Then I don't know if they equal what. Picking a number that's left is radical 15 square plus radical 5 square. The legs don't matter. The only thing that matters is this has to be the hypotenuse, okay? And square root and square are opposites. They cancel. All you have is 15. Then plus, same issue right here. These are opposites, so they will cancel. So all you have is 5 left over. Now, I don't know what the answer is. And then 5 squared will give you 25. Now, 15 plus 5 will give you 20. And 20, 25. Now I can decide. Okay. 20 is not equal to 25. 25 is larger than 20. Now you have to remember is the following. If you have Pythagoras theorem, remember we don't know if they're equal or what, so we put a question box right here. Now here's what you have to remember. If you have an equal here, then you have a right triangle. So basically, if the left side is equal to the right side, then you have a right triangle. If they're not equal, if you have this inequality, then you have an acute triangle. And then if you have this inequality, if the hypotenuse is bigger than the legs, then you have an obtuse triangle. So it all depends on what sign they have, okay? Now in our case, we have this sign, so therefore what we have is an acute triangle. So my answer for this problem will be acute triangle, and that's it, okay? So remember, if you have a square root and square, they're opposites, they cancel, so you have a 15. And remember this, or bring your notes to the final, okay? Next problem is right triangle similarity. Find the missing length indicated. Leave your answer in simplest radical form. Okay, what you need to do is do the following. Pick any side. I'm gonna pick this side, and if you look at the legs, these are the legs and these are hypotenuse. This looks bigger than the other one. So I'm gonna make this a 16 and this will be a 30. So we have a 30, 60, 90. Okay, now if you look at a small triangle, This will be 60 and this will be 90. And I'll make this a 30. Now you look at the medium triangle, 30, 90, and this will be 60. Now, I'm going to draw three triangles. The small one, so three triangles, small one, medium, and large triangle. And this will be 90, this will be 90, this will be 90. Now, this will be 60 because it's a longer side. So longer side is opposite to the biggest angle. And then this will be 60, and this will be 60, and this will be 30, this will be 30, and this angle will be 30. Now looking at the small triangle, the 60, 90 is 9, so this side is 9, and the 30, 90 is 12, so this will be 12. Now look at the medium triangle, this triangle right here. 30, 90 is x, 30, 90 is x, 60, 90 is 12, 60, 90 is 12. Okay, now if you look at a big triangle, all I know is the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is 9 plus x. Now, this triangle is useless to me. It cannot help me solve the problem. That's because one side is missing. I only know one side. So I'm gonna focus on these two triangles. So these two triangles are similar to each other, which means I can do this. Now I like to start with the unknown. I'm gonna start with the x, so I'm gonna do this x right here. Now, this side corresponds to what side over here? Corresponds means it's in the same position. So the x and the 12 are in the same position. So x corresponds to 12 because they're in the same position. Now give me another side that you know over here. I know 12. Now what side over here corresponds to 12 or is in the same position as 12? 9. Okay, then cross multiply. You get 9x is equal to, cross multiply, that'll be 12 multiplied by 12. Do not multiply because by multiplying you're making the problem slightly more complicated. Okay, do not multiply, and then to get the x by itself, divide by 9. Divide by 9. This will cancel, and the answer will be the following. Now, what I recommend you do, you factor the 12. Prime factor of 12 will be, let's say, 3 multiplied by 4. 3, can I use 1 or 3? Can't do it. So that is prime. Factors of 4 will be 2 and 2. And factors of 2 without using 1 or 2, they will be prime. So the factors of 12 will be 2 times 2 times 3. Do it again. 2 times 2 times 3. And then factors of 9, can I use 1 or 9? 3 and 3. Factors of 3, can I use 1 or 3? Can do it, they're prime. So the answer will be 3 multiplied by 3. Now, if you have the same value top and the bottom, you can cancel them. I can cancel these 3's. I can cancel these 3's. So my answer will be x is equal to 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. So x will be 16. Okay. If to do this problem, you have to be able to make this drawing. Okay. And then making this drawing, it helps to if you do 30, 60, 90 in here. Okay. Now, next problem. Find the missing side lengths. Leave your answer in as radicals in simplest form. Okay. So this is a special triangle, and there are two special triangles. Okay. One of them is the 30, 60, 90, and the other one will be the 45, 45, 90. Okay. So a 30, 60, 90 triangle look like this. This will be the legs. These are the legs. The short leg is 1. The longest leg is actually this is 1, and the hypotenuse is 2, and the longest leg is radical 3. And the 45, 45, 90 triangle will look like this. So one angle will be 45, and the other angle will be 45. 30, 60, 90, this will be 60 because this is the biggest leg, and this will be 30. Now for a 45, 45, 90, um, these legs are congruent, they're equal to each other. So this will be 1, this will be 1, and this will be radical 2. Now, the problem given to me is a 45, 45, 90, so I need to use this triangle, okay? Now, this triangle is similar to this one, so I can do this. Now, pick the x or the y, doesn't matter. Let me do the x. This side corresponds to whom over here? Okay, that's a leg. Give me any of the legs is 1. Remember the sides that are right next to the right angle, those are the legs, and this is the hypotenuse. Okay, now give me a side that you know right here. I know 2 radical 6. And this is the hypotenuse. What is the hypotenuse over here? Radical 2. So I don't need to cross multiply. This is just x. That's my answer. Now I can put this underneath the same radical. That'll be 6 divided by 2. So the answer being, I'm sorry, I don't like the way I wrote this. It should have been 2 radical 6 divided by 2. So the answer will be x is equal to 2 radical 3. Now I can do the y. I can do y. Now the y is the leg. Leg over here will be 1. Give me a side that you know right here is 2 radical 6. And that is a hypotenuse. Hypotenuse over here will be a radical 2. Now I don't know if you noticed, but this problem is the same as that problem. The only difference is the x and the y. So the answer will be y is equal to 2 radical 3. And remember, if you have 45, 45, 90, the legs will be equal to each other. So actually, I didn't have to do that. I could say, well, they're equal to each other, so that's the answer. Okay. So remember, first you have to decide, did they give me at 45, 45, 90, or 30, 60, 90? And then set up a proportion using the problem they gave you and the special triangle, and you can solve for the x to the y. Okay. Now, last problem. Find the missing side lengths. Leave your answer as radicals in simplest forms. Okay. Now, this is 90, and this is 60, this will be 30. So what they gave me is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So remember, this is 90. The angle opposite to the longest leg will be 60, and this will be 30. And then the short leg will be 1, hypotenuse will be radical 2, and this will be 3. So once you do that, do a proportion using the problem given and this triangle. So pick one, either V or U, doesn't matter. I'm gonna use V. B is a long leg. The long leg over here will be radical 3. Now give me a side that you know. I know 2 radical 3. Now this is a short leg. Short leg over here will be 1. Cross multiply, I'm gonna get V is equal to 2 radical 3 times radical 3. When you simplify that, you're going to get 2 radical 3 square. Now, square root and square are opposites. They're going to cancel. All you have is 2 multiplied by 3. And that will give you 6. So V will be equal to 6. Now set up another proportion, and now you're gonna use U. So U is the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse over here will be 2. Remember, the hypotenuse is opposite, the side that is opposite to the right angle. Now give me a side that you know over here. I know 2 radical 3. And this is a leg because it's right next to the right angle. And it'll be a short leg. The short leg over here will be 1. Cross multiply, you're gonna get U 2 multiplied by 2 radical 3. Multiply that. 2 times 2 will give you 4. So the answer will be 4 radical 3. Okay, review this for the final. And thank you very much.